On episode 23, we have a spin-off quick list, we discuss arcade game experiences, we talk movies we won as games, and Connor has some trivia. Sit back and relax, because here comes episode 23.
Activating Dragon Power Protocol in 3, 2, 1. Initializing host sequence. Player 1. Select your host. Brian.
Solid choice. Let's fire it up.
Player 2. Select your host. Connor.
Oh, yeah!
Host sequence complete. Stand by for podcast.
Dragon Power!
Howdy.
Howdy doody.
I say howdy because Nashville is currently hosting the CMA Fest.
If you guys,
It's a freaking nightmare.
is it already underway? And we're just,
Oh yeah, dude, I got off work today and it was full swing.
Maybe that's why traffic was bad today.
Howdy, I say. Howdy.
Hey there, partner.
Welcome to episode 23 of the Dragon Power Podcast.
Of the CMA Power Podcast.
Of the CMA. I can't get home in a timely fashion because of tourists.
You guys like country music?
Oh,
I
gosh,
bet Broadway is just like a nightmare.
Dude, I work like directly downtown,
Yeah.
so it's like I'm like 1 block away from Broadway.
Because Broadway is where all the tourist stuff is.
Yeah,
so it's like,
but even then, I mean, like the outer streets and stuff, like the sub streets, like they're just packed to the freaking rafters with people wearing cowboy boots and cut off shorts and tank tops, just being like, "Yee-hawa," I say.
Howa. All right.
Anyway,
I can dig
so
it.
episode
can't dig
23, we're only two away from
Halfway to 50.
to 25. Right?
Yes. I don't know why I said halfway to 50.
I don't know.
That's kind of weird.
We're only 2 away from halfway to 50.
Mathcast.
That works.
Dragon Power Mathcast.
Anyway, this episode should be good.
Yeah.
Gonna be a lot more chill this time around.
Yeah.
Without that wacky, crazy, weirdo Cody Munzert.
Yeah, dude, that guy was crazy.
That was a good episode.
I don't know
though.
if we can have him on again. He was a bit too loud and talked too much.
Yeah, and his beard was way too
His
perfect.
beard was all up in the mic, and we could hear it. We had to cut a lot of it out. But
I feel like there's a certain length of beard where once it gets to a certain length, like you're just good at math and you can teach a math class.
And then past that, you're like a captain of a ship, and then
Yeah.
past that, you're Gandalf.
Exactly.
Or you're in ZZ Top.
And then past that, like you can just offer anybody like sage words of wisdom, like sage
You
advice.
can just
for
tie it
life.
around your waist and be like, I don't know why I let it get this long.
So let's go ahead and get into our weeks, man. What did you
Yeah.
do this week?
What did I do this week? I had a very simple week, and you can probably guess what I did with the rest of my week.
Played video games?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, I was gonna. Anyway, I'll save the best for last. I played Minecraft a little bit.
Nice.
I've been quirky. I don't know. I had the fever when sometimes I just don't want to, shoot people on multiplayer.
Sure.
Be like, I just want to add to my already ridiculous house that I would never be able to afford in real life.
Of
because
course.
because of licenses and whatever. Yeah, I played Minecraft. I played a little Smash. I got a tournament coming up. A big tournament, Midwest. If you guys check that out, it'd be cool. But I'm trying to, shake off the Overwatch rust because I was like, I need to practice Overwatch.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I played Overwatch. So we're probably going to talk about that for a little bit.
Yep.
Absolutely. So, dude, I've been playing, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Have you been, is that it for your week?
Yeah, that's it. I played so much Overwatch. It's like, that's all I did.
That's funny. It's funny. Last night, actually not even last night. I haven't played Overwatch in several days.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you live?
I was gonna play. Trust me. And it's not even anyone's fault. Like Tabby and I have both been wanting to jump on Overwatch, but like all these things just keep popping up for whatever reason. I don't have to get into them, but it's just all these things prevent us from Overwatch, and then it's just like, well, now it's too late to play Overwatch. So, but yeah, I love Overwatch. I woke up wicked early one morning.
Yeah,
I just woke up super, super early. My stomach hurt, and so I just like went over and sat on the couch, and I was just like, oh, my stomach really hurts, and I was like, what? Well, I guess I'll just play some Overwatch. So I played a bunch of matches of Overwatch really early before I went to work, and I was like, oh, that was awesome.
Have your characters kind of stayed the same, or have you branched out?
I am still Super Bastion.
Super Bastion.
I am a
Super
Bastion player.
Bastion.
I love turret characters.
Yeah.
In all those different types of, or all those multiplayer games like that. So, excuse me.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who hate Bastion because they think he's cheap and they think he's a cheese.
It's a lot of people think people don't understand. I guess as we understand, it's everything's matchup based.
Yeah.
So you can't just go Genji all the time and expect to win, or you just get bodied by
And it's funny. I've been torn to pieces by multiple Genjis while I'm in turret mode. So people just don't get it. Like people don't. If you don't know how to counter, that's like saying, I hate fighting. Oh my gosh, what is that character? My mind just went completely blank. I hate fighting Melina in Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah.
I hate it. I absolutely hate fighting Melina players because it's hard, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Because it makes me get better and it makes me come up with various ways. And there have been matches where I'm Bastion and I tear everybody to pieces, and then there have been matches where I play as Bastion and I get like 2 kills.
Yeah.
Because everybody's just working really well together and I can't set up anywhere without getting jacked.
Yeah, by a Widowmaker or like a Hanzo just shooting at you.
The game is, they're going to continue with balancing and it's going to get better and better, but people who are just like, if you play Bastion, you're just not good at the game. Then
like, why don't you play,
it's like, that's just saying, I don't know how to beat Bastion, therefore I hate Bastion, therefore I'm going to say stuff to make me feel better about getting killed by Bastion.
I mean, it's the same with any game, but
sure. And the thing is,
like,
I'm sorry, I'm on a rant now. I'm on
a
roll.
Go ahead.
Bastion's not even like. I know you said last week. I think it was last week, but you said like his main gun is really good. It's not.
Well, it's all right for taking down like squishy characters.
Yeah,
you
like
can do it.
If I'm going up against a tracer who doesn't know I'm there, then it works really well. Or like a Widowmaker.
Yeah.
But when I go up against anyone else, like if a Reinhardt or even if a Torbjorn or whatever comes up against me, then that gun is useless.
Yeah.
I always find myself running away from people when I'm in like mobility mode, because the gun doesn't work super well. So it's only when I'm in turret mode, and when I'm in turret mode, I can't move. So the second I kill someone in turret mode, they see me.
Yeah, the whole team sees you. Like, well, there's a stream of bullets coming from that location.
There is a giant stationary, huge, fat robot target. Shoot him.
He used to have a shield in the beta. Like he had like Reinhardt's shield in front of him. On like the front side.
Oh, so like that was just an ability he had?
That was a passive ability he had.
See,
and they nerfed him because he was too good.
I agree with that.
Yes.
I agree with the nerfing of the shield because that would make him like when I have when we were playing with our friends Tyler and Cody the other night.
Yeah.
Tyler's really, really good with Reinhardt. And when you're working in like cohesion with people and he's like bunker down, and then he throws up the shield for me, then that's just teamwork and it's awesome.
Reinhardt, a lot of people underestimate him because he doesn't have much going for him and like he's only melee. But Reinhardt is almost like hard counters every character in the game if you're working with the team.
Reinhardt's gnarly, dude.
I love Reinhardt.
Reinhardt's a beast.
I got his paladin armor where he's like gold and white and with blue flames.
He's got this big. Or is it the one with the mask, or is it the one where he's like?
It's not the legendary one, but it's the alt color.
It's the flowy. I love the one where it's just like it shows his face and he's just
it's
got
not
the
that
lion's mane. I know, but like I love that one. Yeah. I was like, dude, Reinhardt, you're so cool.
He's like again, like whenever you do cool stuff, and then but back to my point, it's like. That's something that'll evolve as the game gets older. People will be like, "Oh, I have to, switch characters with the times." It's like I will go in and be like, "All right, I'm playing McCree," and I'll just get bodied from like a Widowmaker from. I'll be like, "Okay, I guess I'm going Genji," and then I'll get bodied and be like, "Okay, I'll go Reinhardt and support the team." So it's just something that'll evolve as the game gets played.
Sure,
more.
The game is going to be different a year from now than it is right now. So.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to adapt with it. Like things are going to get nerfed, things are going to get buffed. I mean, they've already been talking about new characters and stuff, so that's going to completely change the dynamic of the game depending upon what their abilities and stuff are. So it's just like chill out and have fun. I don't feel like any character in that game is cheap. I feel like each character has like something really awesome to offer.
Yeah, and every character's strengths and weaknesses. It's incredibly well balanced game.
I know Blizzard's brilliant. Speaking of Blizzard, I just got an email that just said, "Brian ... go watch Warcraft in theaters." So I gotta go, dude.
Blizzard
has spoken.
Blizzard-sama has told me to go watch it.
Yeah.
But I hear that movie's not doing
whatever. I had no expectations for it. Like the bar is so low for me as far as movies. It's just like It's like I don't have any expectations.
The bar is so low, I tripped over it on my way in here.
Yeah,
So
seriously.
if it was like waist high, I'd be like, all right, that's more than I thought it would be. Those are my expectations for when the Terminator Genesis came out. It was like, okay, Salvation was crap, but I love Terminator, so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Anyway,
It's whatever. It's just more Terminator. That's how I look at it.
I love Terminator.
Get to see more Terminator.
Dude,
Might not be as good as Terminator 2. If you hold everything to Terminator 2, you're going to be disappointed every time.
Oh yeah, unless it's Terminator 1, because those two movies are about equal.
Yeah, those movies are amazing, but for different reasons.
But first one's a horror movie, second one's an action movie. Anyway,
That's just like Alien and
yeah,
Aliens.
yeah,
So,
that's
brilliant.
That's weird how they did that.
So cool. All right. Yeah, eventful weeks.
Those were our weeks.
Yeah, well, I had one more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
So I showed Tabby Attack on Titan.
Okay, I still haven't seen this. Actually.
Yeah. I was like, just watch one episode with me. And she was like, all right, because she was like super into Full Metal Alchemist, and she found another. She just got a Crunchyroll account on her PS4, and she's so pumped.
Nice.
She's so pumped. But she's been watching some other shows and stuff, and I was like, do you want to watch an episode of Attack on Titan? She's like, I don't know, I'm in this other stuff, and I was like, just one episode.
Just
And
one.
she was like, all right, we watched it, and now she's just like, more, next, after every single episode, which is exactly how I was,
Yeah.
exactly how my brother was. So that show is just top notch, dude. The animation,
Yeah.
the voice acting, the storyline, the Titans are absolutely terrifying. I love that show.
I've heard some of the concepts behind it. It's just I'm such a weird anime fan where I'll just watch like 7 different series in like a span of like a month, and then I won't watch for like half a year,
Yeah.
and then I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
But have you seen Berserk yet?
No, that's on our list.
Okay, they actually might make a Berserk Muso game,
Oh, cool.
which I feel like that would be the most fitting use of Berserk. So
Yeah.
that'd be cool. And it's gonna be like the CG art style.
Oh,
of the
cool!
movies.
Like of the newer one.
of the movies and
Cool.
the new series.
Nice.
I can't wait for that series. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped on that.
We gotta watch that.
Yeah, I showed her a little bit of the original Hellsing, not Hellsing Ultimate, and she seemed pretty intrigued, but it wasn't
Yeah.
anything fancy. We were kind of half-heartedly watching it in the background. So
Yeah, original Hellsing's super solid. Like
oh, it
it's,
is. It's great.
It's
But
for its
apparently,
time, it's
Hellsing
super good.
Ultimate is just like
it's
like
so good.
the definitive way to watch the show. So.
Yeah, it's Full Metal. It's Brotherhood compared to Full Metal Alchemist.
Gotcha.
Like Full Metal Alchemist original is super good show,
Mhm.
and I love it. But Brotherhood is good for different reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like some of the later stuff in Alchemist, I actually like better than what Brotherhood does. It's just interesting.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Yeah.
but
So
yeah,
that's what we did.
yeah.
So
Our weeks. We
yeah,
just reviewed
I mean,
things.
just lots of work,
Yeah,
lots and lots of work.
that sucked, man.
Oh, I've been listening to a lot of the No Sleep podcast too.
Yeah.
Gosh, dude, I can't get over it.
Dude, I'm such a wimp. There's a YouTube. Have you ever heard of Cinema Sins?
Yeah.
I was watching some of their scarier stuff, and it's just like, because I was like, I'll never see this movie, and I was like, I really gotta pee, but I don't want to get up. It's like I'm just such a wimp. It's like I'm not even watching the actual movies. I'm like,
Dude, I'll listen to scary stories from No Sleep podcast all day, every day now. It's like it's I don't even listen to music at work anymore. I'm just listening to terrifying stories. Some of them are hit or miss, but man,
Yeah.
I love it. Anyway, yeah, so cool.
That's our weeks.
Eventful weeks. I like it. So okay, cool. We're gonna go
Quick,
we're gonna go straight into the quick list.
quick.
Who disturbs my slumber?
Who disturbs the quick summer?
It is I, Gazim, a humble thief. Okay, the quick list for this week
Yeah, quick list.
is the top 5 characters that deserve a spin-off game of their own.
Yes, they don't already have them, and
Yeah.
that's what threw us off. Or threw
Well,
me
not
off.
me.
Or threw me off.
I made sure to pick characters that didn't already have one because it
Yeah.
would just be silly.
Be like,
Vincent Valentine should have a game called
Oh,
Dirge of Cerberus.
Oh, and Zach should have. Oh,
That was my
he has a
idea.
game already.
All right, man. Who do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
So first on my list, Garrus. I love
Okay.
Garrus.
Yeah, dude.
And I've been talking for years because Garrus is just a sick character.
Dude, I would love a full-on fleshed out Garrus story.
Yeah, where maybe it's like his origin story or something,
Yeah.
and it's more like combat based, maybe not as RPG based.
Garrus is dope.
Garrus, dude, I would love to romance Garrus. I wish that was an option as Fem Shep. I just want to date Garrus.
No, you just want to date Garrus.
I just want to be Garrus. That's all I want.
Awesome.
Next up,
Number 4.
number 4, Meta Knight
Oh,
from Kirby.
yeah.
Meta Knight's a cool character, and you kind of
isn't he a villain?
He's like an anti-hero.
Okay.
He helps Kirby out sometimes, and he's mostly
He's like Venom, kind of.
Yeah, Venom or Shadow the Hedgehog or all these other
Sure. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
anti-heroes. But yeah, he's really cool. And it'd be interesting kind of like a character action Kirby game.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah,
I'd be down.
because like, Meta Knight's so cool.
Yeah, I think Meta Knight is really cool. Isn't he like broken in Brawl?
In Brawl, he's the best character bar none.
Okay,
That's
what I'm. Yeah, that's what I meant. I guess
and
maybe not broken, but like.
Oh,
OP.
he's broken.
Is he?
He's out of like all of the tournaments. I think he won like 80 or something % of like all tournaments, and
Jeez.
like the runner-ups are like Marth and Snake,
Jeez.
Falco and Snake, and then Marth is like to the point where they banned him at some tournaments. So
Jeez.
it's ridiculous.
All right, number 3.
Number 3, the boss from Metal Gear Solid 3. Now the boss, I don't think you really haven't played much of MGS3, but the boss is kind of Big Boss's mentor.
So the female.
It's the female.
Oh, okay, that'd be
female.
awesome.
Because they tell you all these stories of how she started special forces and like in World War II, and it'd be cool to fight alongside the bosses of Metal Gear Solid 3 in a World War II setting where they're all young and they're all doing like these cool special forces shenanigans. Like doing D-Day as like Metal Gear would be super cool. I think it would be an interesting idea. But Konami's dead, so never mind. Next up, number 2, Captain Falcon. Now, Captain Falcon, even in F-Zero, he's the main character, but he doesn't really get that big of a spotlight.
Sure.
I'd like to see him, actually, hunting bounties and whatnot. And,
Okay, so
maybe you could use your F-Zero machine to like traverse like an open world or something.
So this would be like a third-person action game.
Yeah,
or
third-person
something like
action
that?
game or something where you get like bounties.
Yeah,
I think
that would be cool.
Because the whole world of
Yeah.
F-Zero is super. Trying to think of the word.
Think outside the box. I like that.
It's super like.
Expansive.
Expansive, yeah, or deep. I don't know why. Anyway, but like there's a whole world of like unite with aliens and stuff, and it'd be super cool to see. Like trying to learn like Mute City, be like, yeah, we'll hunt some bounties. And number 1 for me, Paper Luigi.
Oh, okay. It's
Paper Mario.
like Super Paper Luigi or
Yeah.
something. Like
Yeah,
Paper Luigi in the 1001 year
and
cupboard.
the 200-year gateway. But like even in 1,000 Year Door, he has his own side story that sounds just as cool as Mario's. And
Every
he
time,
is-
I don't mean to cut you
Oh,
off,
it's
but
fine.
I'm in complete agreement with you because every time you would run into Luigi and he'd be like, this, and this happened, and I went here and I fought this, I was just like, I want to go.
My favorite thing is how like he describes it like, yeah, dude, I totally defeated the boss, and then, like his little buddy next to him would be like, yeah, he just tripped over his shoelaces and headbutted him, and like he won. But like, and all of the interesting like all of his sidekicks look so cool. Like he had that one that was the his name was like Torque, and it was a what are they? The Buzzy Beetle, but he had like a wrench instead of a spike, and it was like it was so cool. And he had like a squid that was half burned because Luigi like threw him into lava, and it was like
That's amazing.
and it would just be such a good idea. And,
yeah, why not?
and
I would actually even love it if they just did that story.
yeah, if they just flopped it around, and then you could go back to like Rogueport and you see Mario hanging out with all of his
That would be
characters.
amazing,
Like,
man.
oh.
That would be so
Yeah,
cool.
we love
Release it
Paper
on
Mario.
GameCube. Do it, Nintendo.
Dude, we're streaming Paper Mario. That's
I
happening.
would love that.
We're doing that.
Yeah, Luigi is kind of like, I mean, Luigi does more, but Luigi is kind of like the Inspector Gadget of the Nintendo world,
Yeah, kind of.
where he's efficient, but for the most part, everybody else does stuff because he's kind of bumbly and
And he takes credit for everything.
Yeah.
He's like, I did it. It was me.
that's awesome.
Aw, that dude's such a good game. But yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, cool.
Hit us with it, Brian.
All right, number 5, I put Tifa,
Nice. Okay, I thought about doing this actually.
and I was more thinking along the lines of like less RPG, more like beat 'em up,
Absolutely.
or maybe like
You have
third-person
to.
action. I think that would be great, and there could be like cameos and appearances and like assists from various other Final Fantasy VII characters. I thought that would be really cool. Number 4, I put. It's funny because there are several on here that were on my last week's quick
Okay.
list, but for completely different reasons. It's funny that they ended up on both.
Yeah.
So number 4, I put Victor Sullivan.
Oh, okay, like young Victor, where
Yeah.
you're like doing
Like
shady stuff.
because Sully has like so much of his life that you don't see. When Sully comes into the picture, he's already got like his silver.
He's like 60 something.
Yeah, he's already got his silver hair, and he's just older, and he's talking about I can't keep doing this, blah blah blah. And so I think it would be great to like go back and see like young Sully and all the like shady. It doesn't even have to be big epic, like sprawling Nathan Drake type stuff, but
Yeah.
like the seedy underworld stuff that he always
Yeah.
gets involved in. I think that would be so cool.
Because like he knows all these like warlords and whatnot,
Yeah.
or whatever that chick was from 3.
Mhm.
But what you could do is you could still have like the chemistry between him and Nathan, but have like it be young Nathan.
Sure,
where,
like even
he,
go
like,
through
just
like him
picks up.
training Nathan and stuff.
Yeah,
training,
or
but
not,
just-
or like him tagging along in some of his adventures. And you
Yeah.
can still have like the witty dialogue between the two.
which would be awesome.
I think that's a hit right there.
Yeah.
If you're listening, Naughty Dog, that's for free. Will.
So okay, this next one is a little strange, simply because it wouldn't really make sense within the universe of the game, but whatever.
Okay.
I put Solaire of Astoria.
Okay.
Now, the big appeal of Dark Souls is that you get to make your character and you get to make him your own.
Yeah.
Him or her, whatever. And you can be a magic user, you can be a big smashy smash, you can be all dex and stealthy. I mean, like, you can do anything you want. So, in a way, it would be super restrictive to limit yourself to being a specific NPC within the Dark Souls universe. However, Solaire.
Yeah.
Because he's the original Sunbro, and it would be awesome to just go through his adventures and see all the things that he got to see before your character even comes into play.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, just an idea.
Yeah, I can dig it. I can totally. Out of all the other Dark Souls characters, he'd probably be the best one. Or what's
absolutely.
the Onion Knight dude?
Oh yeah,
Adam
dude,
doesn't
he's
him.
so awesome.
So like, what's his name? Something from Katarina.
Oh yeah. I forget.
It's like,
Always just like, Number 2, I put the Joker.
Interesting.
I don't know how the concept would work.
Yeah, I'm trying to
guess.
form it in my brain.
But I think it would be really cool to play a story, even if it was like a Telltale game,
Yeah.
more like adventure style, where you're more picking actions rather than like
Actually manipulating the Joker.
engaging in
Yeah.
So the Joker fascinates me, and his backstory fascinates me as well, and all of the things he does and all the things he can do. It would be interesting to see that whole world, like interacting with Harley and ordering men to do stuff, and
Just being crazy. Just being a lunatic.
just being a complete psychopath. I've always wanted a game where you play as the final boss, and what you do is you set out mini bosses and like random enemies for the quote unquote hero to come to you.
But you play as Bowser, pretty much.
Oh, kind of, yeah. But in the only way it would work is if it was like multiplayer,
Yeah.
where one person plays the hero and the other person plays the villain, and it's more along the lines of like you're trying to stop him from getting to you, and maybe the hero has like certain lives and stuff. I know there's a game called like the Epic Quest for Mighty Loot or something like, or the Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, something along those lines. That's kind of the same. Basically, what you do is you build a castle / dungeon, and you set your traps and your enemies and blah 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 blah, and players can just come to your instance, like your castle, and they have to fight their way through it. And if they get to the very end, they get some epic loot for their character, and it's kind of like Diablo style. So it's like a top-down isometric. Anyway, I thought that would always be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've wanted to do that too, but I'm just not sure how it would work.
Yeah,
in,
I don't know.
in like a single-player sense, because it'd have to be like robot-controlled.
Well, it would have to be multiplayer.
Unless you play like both sides, which would be kind of dorky.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know how
just
you
be
do
like,
that.
oh, I remember setting this guy up here, smack.
Yeah.
Took him out.
I give myself selective amnesia so I can.
It would have to be
Yeah.
multiplayer. It would have to be.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, ever since I played Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks with Liu Kang and Kung Lao, I thought it would be dope to do the same thing with Ken and Ryu.
Oh, yeah, I could dig it.
So like a 3D sprawling open world beat 'em up platformer with
Go
Ken and Ryu.
Travel around the world and do some cool stuff. That'd be awesome.
Doing things, fighting bosses. I think that would be amazing.
Fighting you already have all the bosses right there.
Yeah,
It's
all the
just Street
bosses
Fighter
are just Street Fighter
characters.
characters.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You'd be like Bison's the final boss. Of course he is. Yeah.
So I think that would be super fun because Shaolin Monks is one of my favorite games. It wasn't like widely regarded or anything, but I will happily fire that up with some friends. And I'm always Kung Lao. Nobody gets to be Kung Lao. He's my favorite.
I'll be Liu Kang.
You get to be Liu Kang.
Liu Kang is pretty sick though.
He is. In that game, he's awesome.
Yeah.
But so that's my quick list.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, fun. I like the concept of characters stepping outside of their norms. You know? So
I really wanted to put Sonic characters, but after seeing Shadow the Hedgehog, I was like, I shouldn't do that. Tails gets a gut sword.
Big
like,
the Cat's Big Fishing Adventure.
I would totally play that.
Cabela's Fishing featuring Big the
If
Cat.
it was just Big the Cat and had like Sega Bass fishing controls, I'd be like, that's fine, whatever.
I'd be down. Cool. All right. Well, that's our quick list for this week.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna head into our mini boss segment for this week, and Connor chose this whole episode. By the way,
It was me.
yeah,
It was me,
was
Connor.
good stuff. The mini boss segment for this week is we're just gonna discuss arcade games.
Yeah.
And that can be any kind of games. That can be regular arcade video games or redemption games. Basically, if you've gone into an arcade of any kind, those kind of
You
games.
put a quarter machine and then shot something, and then the game was unfair and made you put more quarters in. And you're like, this is fun.
Yeah, and then the guy who owns the machine is just laughing in his pool of money.
He's like, throwing quarters around at people like, you can have some. I don't care.
Yep.
I've never actually seen that, but I would love to.
Let me ask you, what's your very first arcade experience?
So, as you guys know, I'm I'm younger than Brian, and
Mhm.
by the time I was old enough to, experience arcades, are kind of more like a novelty than like an actual thing. So most of my arcade memories are either at like my local movie theater waiting for a movie, or at Chuck E. Cheese, because
Sure.
my local Chuck E. Cheese had some sick actually arcade
Yeah,
games. Like they
Chuck E.
had,
Cheese is not bad with their choices.
I think they had my first experience with an arcade was probably at Chuck E. Cheese when I was like 6 or 7.
Cool.
Oh, actually, it was 5. Actually, I think. And I don't remember much. I think I mostly played around, but I played with some of the machines. I can't really remember any of them, but the one that stands out in my mind is like later in like 2005 or 6, they made a Aliens arcade machine that was based off like Aliens Resurrection or something.
Oh, nice.
And that game was awesome. And it did not belong at Chuck E. Cheese, because when you shoot aliens, just explode into blood, and it was like
Acid blood.
this game's awesome. And I know the Chuck E. Cheese used to actually like took all that stuff out, all like the violent stuff.
Yeah, they did.
And it sucks because I just want to go play aliens and shoot stuff and go on this. They had a Star Wars game. It's not the pod racing game you were talking about.
Is it Star Wars Trilogy?
Maybe where you only have the joystick.
Yes.
I played that a whole lot.
That's one of my
Because they had
favorite
that.
arcade games. I was actually going to bring that up, so
Yeah.
we can talk about it. That's
Sure.
one of my favorite arcade games of all time. Because you get to do lightsaber battles, you get to do
Space battles.
the space battles, you get to do the speeder stuff.
Mm.
Dude, that game is so much fun.
Controls so well.
I got to a point. I worked at a place that was called the 49er Fun Park for
Yeah.
a while in California, and they had that arcade machine there. I got to the point where I could beat the whole thing on one token.
Really?
Yeah, because I played it so much.
I could never beat it.
Oh, it was one of my favorites.
'Cause-
I would just start in like the New Hope area. And,
Yeah.
And then just make my way all the way through Return of the Jedi.
I could never beat Boba Fett because you had to deflect his blaster bolts, and I couldn't do it.
It was wacky because it was like down and left was up and right.
Yeah, it was.
And for me, that's not how I operate. Like the people who play first-person shooters and they reverse their stick controls, where down is up and up is down. My brother does that, and I don't get it.
I used to be able to do it because of Ocarina of Time. Because that's how Ocarina of Time was inverse, and every game like that had that as default, I wouldn't change it.
If
But
it was
now,
default, then that's. I'm talking about like first-person shooters can't do it for aiming. I prefer that when I'm piloting something.
Yeah, because it's flight controls. I know a lot of people, what they do is they pretend the joystick's the back of someone's head, and you press it down, and they look down, and up, and they look up.
Yeah.
Or sorry, down, and they look up, and look left and right.
Yeah. And that's how my brother described it to me too, but I'm just like, my brain doesn't work that way. My brain is like up is up, down is down, left is left. Right.
If I get in an airplane, I think Battlefield did that, where up on an airplane was actually up, and I had to switch it. They did it where up was up as a person, and then when you're in an airplane it was up, and I was like, I can't do this, so I had to like switch it around, and it was really weird.
That's funny.
It was I think Battlefront did that too.
Yep.
What were we talking about? Oh, arcade games.
Yeah, first arcade experience.
Yeah, what was yours, man?
Well, okay. Technically, my first arcade experience was a Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Okay.
But I was too little to really play anything. Like, I was
Yeah.
there and I was experiencing it, but my first real arcade experience is something I'm never, ever, ever going to forget. We went to the 49th Street Galleria in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Wow.
And they had, I think it might still be there too, not the arcade though, but they had this huge like early 90s arcade where that was the norm. Arcades were huge business back then. And it was dark in there, and it was like just loud and crazy, and the screens were all huge, and all the cabinets weren't run down. They were all brand new.
You were fighting for your audio attention.
Yeah. And I had been playing Mortal Kombat 1 on my Super Nintendo for such a long time. I didn't even know Mortal Kombat 2 was a thing.
Yeah.
And I went into that arcade, and I walked up, and I saw this guy playing Mortal Kombat 2, and I just lost it. I stood there, and I stared at the screen for like 15 minutes. I didn't even move. I was just like, I love this.
Yeah.
I love this so much. In that same instance, I remember walking around, and they had that X-Men arcade game with the 2 screens.
Yeah.
And there was this dude playing by himself, and he was playing as Storm.
Yeah.
And he was walking around. He was way older than me. He had to
yeah.
have been like 18, 19, something like that.
Yeah.
And he was walking around, and he wasn't doing very well. Like, he was getting swarmed by big groups of enemies.
Bodied.
And I was just like staring at him like, what are you doing, man? I'm like 6. I'm like 5 or 6 years old. I'm like, what is this guy's problem? Like, dude, this is... And
easy.
Finally, I reached up, and I pressed his special button where Storm throws the giant tornadoes, and I wiped out this huge group of dudes. And he looked down, and he was like, hey, don't touch my buttons! And I was like, I turned and I ran. I was so scared. But I was like, I was helping you.
It's like...
Oh, it was fun.
I've done that, like,
I'll never forget
I've done
that.
it with friends where they're like, how do I blog? And just like press the B button. Like, but like doing it like a total stranger. It's
yeah, I felt I
crazy.
was so scared at first because I thought he was gonna come chase me, but he didn't.
He's like, I gotta play this video game now.
And then one of the other moments that I had in that, it was only 3. It was Mortal Kombat 2. It was almost getting killed by some dude, and then seeing Killer Instinct for the first time. Killer Instinct in arcade is a completely different experience than Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo.
I know it's way better.
Super Nintendo is amazing. The Super Nintendo version is fantastic fighting game. It's a great port, almost perfect. But it just didn't have the hardware to pull off what the arcade version was capable of doing, like with the 3D movements and all that jazz. And I just remember watching that being like, the future is here. Like, it can't be any better. I was seeing TJ Combo, and I was like, that is a real person fighting a Velociraptor.
That is a real person fighting a real Velociraptor.
Oh, man, it was so good. I miss those old school 90s arcades, man.
By the time I got to it, it's a weird thing because, you know, I was in like 2002 or 3 when I can remember. I was like 7 or 8. And all the arcade machines that were around then are still around now because that's about when arcades died. Probably a little bit earlier than that, but that's about because I remember there's been the same Fast and the Furious arcade machine when the first movie came out. I love that arcade machine.
That game is awesome.
That game's so good, and I got to where I could shift manually,
yeah.
like before I could learn to drive, and it was like, it's such a good game. I think my favorite game though is favorite type of game is light gun shooters.
I love light gun shooters.
Yeah, because I love real firearms.
Mm-hmm.
That makes it sound like I love firing real firearms, not at people at paper targets.
That's good.
Anyway,
welcome to the Murder Cast.
Welcome to the Murder Cast, where I try to tell people I'm not a murderer, guys. Don't check my basement. There's nothing down there. But that's something that they could do it, you know, in homes back when CRTs were a thing.
Sure.
I don't think you can really do it now. The Wii had like a short light gun kind of thing, but that's something that, you know, that's kind of a niche that
it wasn't nearly as responsive once HD TVs came out, and it just makes sense.
Yeah,
because HD TVs are meant to not reflect as much as possible.
Yeah,
CRT TVs just have glass. It's just glass, and that reflects like crazy, and that's how old light guns used to work. So.
Yeah, light guns have been around for forever. I mean, look at Duck Hunt or Hogan's Alley.
Even before that, man. What was that? What was that game called? Creep Show or something like that. They've got it at the arcade down here. Remember, it's the one where the first level is just those people chained to a wall.
Yeah, you shoot at them,
and you just shoot at them for points.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that is old. That's like early 80s.
Really?
That's
I thought that
old.
game was newer because I remember reading about it in the news, and I thought that's not a good game.
Yeah.
Why would you ever play that game?
Seriously, it's just like that game should just be called "Hey kids, want to have a messed up childhood?"
That's the game that FBI puts in the arcades. Be like, all right, who's gonna be a serial killer? And then they keep tabs on that guy.
They watch who goes up and I want to try this, and they're just like.
I remember I tried it we have a local arcade that we go to every once in a while, and they had it, and I was like, oh, this game's a cool shooter, and I popped a quarter, and I was like, okay, never mind. I just laughed. I was like, that's not what I'll go back to Hogan's Alley.
That's awesome.
But I love like gun shooters, and arcades right now they're still pretty big in Japan.
Yeah.
Arcades kind of a niche thing where their apparatus or whatever. They can do stuff that you can't do in the home consoles, which arcades, I guess, have been doing for forever, having superior hardware. But now we're getting to the point where, I guess they could, but no one wants to put in the money to have superior hardware and arcades. But, now you can have, you could do DDR at home, but it's way better than the arcade. You could do Hogan's Alley at home, but it's way better than the arcade.
Absolutely.
So it's or like Afterburner, like with the huge cockpit and whatever, like stuff like that's just the best.
Dude, my favorite, I'm not going to lie, Time Crisis is great.
I love Time Crisis.
Ghost Squad is amazing. Like those light gun games are amazing. Police Trainer is my
favorite game.
I love it.
Any arcade game, that's my favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite shooter of all arcade shooter of all time. It's just like I always go straight for Commissioner.
Oh, do you? I work my way up.
Yeah, I should because it's more game, but I always go to the very last level and I'm just like, I'm going to be Commish.
I just got to get warmed up and figure out the gun because a lot of them are off-centered.
Every arcade cab is different.
If you get one where the sights are lined up, it's like you can just hit stuff.
So satisfying. But then there are games like Area 51 and Maximum Force.
We just don't care.
Where I used to put in a quarter on either side and dual wield.
Yeah.
I'd be like player 1 and player 2, just be like blah blah blah.
I was doing
blah,
that with what's it, Carn Evil?
Yeah,
at the arcade, and I was like, my fingers are getting tired. I was switching to like my middle fingers, and then like, because
I don't know what it is about Carnival, but my fingers got tired on that game too.
I think it's the triggers, just the trigger pulls.
It's like weighted or something.
It's weighted, but it's like it's weird. But like I would switch to like middle fingers, something that never worked with the real gun. Like put my thumbs on top of the slides and be like whatever. Some of tear my thumbs apart with the real pistol, but it like that is the best. You'd be like and you have like you can do like gun katas, you're like and it's just so cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm a huge fighting game fan, like to the fullest degree.
You like fighting games?
Yeah,
dude.
But my all-time favorite arcade games to play are side-scroller beat-em-ups.
Okay.
Period. The very first arcade game I ever played was Final Fight.
They had an arcade game of that?
In an Albertsons grocery store.
Okay.
On the way out.
Oh,
like where they would normally have red boxes now.
Yeah.
They had arcade machines sometimes in grocery stores.
They used to have those back when I was a kid too.
Yep. And Final Fight was one of them. And the very first arcade video game character I ever played was Hagar.
Hagar. I love Hagar. I don't know what it's with me and big burly muscly dudes. I don't get it.
You call him Hagar?
Hagar?
It's just Hagar. Mike
Hagar. Did I say Hagar?
You said Hagar.
Whatever.
Hagar, the Viking King.
See to me, it's interchangeable like Raiden and Raiden, which is why I call Raiden from Raiden, and Raiden.
Yeah. I know. Actually, you never mess up Raiden. When you're talking about Raiden from Metal Gear, you never say Raiden.
It's just Raiden. But in Mortal Kombat, they spelled it Raiden.
They messed it up wrong. They messed it up because it was supposed to be Raiden, but it was still supposed to be pronounced Raiden.
Yeah.
But it is Raiden.
Yeah, but now they changed it, and now my brain's like, so whatever. And Ryu, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, whatevs. But
Hagar's
amazing because he is the mayor of Metro City, and his daughter gets kidnapped. So his first course of action is to punch everyone he sees until he finds voters.
I like how he was like my favorite thing about Hagar is he was walking out the door shirtless and he's like grabs a belt. It's like, all right, that'll do.
Yeah, just
like,
a belt over
my
chest. I'm ready.
Over one nipple. He's like,
did you ever play Saturday Night Slam Masters?
I did not. Wait, no, didn't we play it? I played the home version, I think.
I think it was on home. It was the Super Nintendo version was good, but the arcade version of that is actually that's the other game where you can play as Hagar.
Nice.
But in his actual professional wrestling environment.
Okay.
Super fun.
Yeah,
dude, arcades are great. If anybody has an arcade near them, or if you don't know, I highly recommend looking it up.
Yeah, I got one more I want to mention.
Oh, sure.
There's it's not Hydro Thunder. It's like Arctic Blast or something.
yeah.
Where it has the vents.
Mm-hmm.
I had that Chuck E. Cheese. I played so much of that.
I love that stuff.
I played either it was like a Yeti kind of
Mhm.
guy, or the cool like racer dude, and you
Yeah.
just punch people. And I remember being like,
I remember that.
That's the best.
Yeah.
It's just Mario Kart with snowmobiles.
Speaking of which, really quick, did you see that they have actual Mario Kart arcade machines?
Yeah, and they have like Pac-Man in it. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
it's amazing.
And they're really good.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I mean, it's a whole completely different experience than the home console version for sure.
Because
but-
it's arcade.
Yeah.
It's designed to be an arcade.
But yeah, arcades are great. Go play arcade games.
Yeah.
Support your local arcade if you've got one, because it's a dying breed and they deserve your money. Because
they're opening up a barcade in Murfreesboro, which
Nice.
I go every once in a while, so I might
those
check
those
that out.
fail. Those
Yeah.
because Insert Coins got released in Las Vegas, and it was like this huge club / retro arcade.
Yeah.
And it was a really weird, awkward combination. I mean, like
Yeah.
I'm sitting there playing an arcade game, and there's just like music and people dancing, and like topless waitresses coming
Yeah.
up and being like, "Do you want a drink?" And I'm like, "I don't like this.
I just want to play Street Fighter. You want to fight me in Street Fighter?
yeah, like this is not my scene." So I like regular arcades
Yeah.
with smelly, nerdy people.
Yeah. I don't know. I might do well because Murfreesboro's a college town.
Sure.
And, anywhere you can get
I
drunk
hope
and play
so.
video games is probably.
Any
probably
arcade
gonna
that
love
does well, I'm pumped about. So.
Yeah. I mean, I love arcades, and I'm glad they're coming back. I'm glad we have Game Galaxy down here.
Oh, I love me some games.
I didn't even know about it. I walked in, I was like, oh yeah.
All right, so cool. That was the mini boss segment for this week.
Yes.
Some good stuff.
Mini.
Reliving some stuff. I love arcades, man.
Dude.
I want to get some cabinets in my house.
Yeah, that'd be really awesome if I had $3,000 to drop.
I know. It's funny because you can go to arcade auctions and pick up arcades for like nothing. A
Really?
buddy of mine got a Mortal Kombat 2 arcade machine with like this extra chip in it where you
Yeah.
can modify the game, like extend fatality time and
Yeah.
stuff. He got it for $200.
Okay, that's fairly
In really good
That's less than
condition.
a PS4.
Yeah.
So
And Chris from MultiTap Podcast, he's got a fully functioning Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 machine.
yeah.
And he built a cabinet for like King of Fighters and stuff.
Yeah,
and-
because you have those ones that you can make now.
yeah, it's just awesome.
I'd want 1942 and Police Academy. 1942 is one of my favorite games ever. It's such like I don't know. It's
amazing.
You have all these other futuristic shooters, and I just want to play 1942. It's like bah, 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 bah,
Bomb
shoot down
stuff.
the Nazis.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we're gonna go ahead and cruise on into the news. Awesome. Connor, you've got the news this week.
Yes, I do.
Tell us
So,
what's going on, man.
Yeah, starting off, we got a decent amount of news. Starting off, Ukulele now has a kind of a release date,
Cool.
first quarter of 2017.
Nice.
And they just released a new trailer. And it looks super good. Looks like a rare game.
Sweet.
So, as it should. I don't know.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah. So there's rumors about possible Overwatch crossplay between the Xbox One and the PS4.
They should do that.
Blizzard's like, they'll keep an eye on it. But there's no PC crossplay because of mouse and
for
keyboard
obvious
advantage. So
reasons,
people
yeah.
are like, I can't, no one to play because it's just PC players.
That would expand so many people's like divided friends list.
Oh yeah, I know so many friends were like, "Dude, you got Overwatch?" Like, yeah. Like, oh, what are you playing on? Xbox. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And now we can have teams with everyone.
Yeah, that would be great. I love it.
I would love it. So, Kojima Productions has released the logo, the face of Logo Man. I have a picture of it here. I'm going to show.
I've already seen it.
Brian. Oh, you haven't?
Yep.
It looks freaking sick.
I mean, it's a logo. I mean, it's just a dude.
No. Have you seen the rest of the actual render?
Yeah.
Like this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks freaking sick.
Yeah, I saw
To
that
me.
picture a couple days ago, actually.
And it totally falls in line with what Kojima's saying about he wants to make an anime and manga.
Yeah.
And that character, that's an iconic character. So I can see them making whatever. I love Kojima. Anyway.
I know you do. He ends up in our news every time you do that.
Well, it's something important, so it goes up about him every
Yeah.
week. So next up, Dead Rising 4 is leaked before E3.
Oh, that sucks. I'm ready for.
I think it's cool.
I love reveal trailers.
Yeah, but
Leaks bother me.
really?
Yeah.
I don't mind them too much.
I don't mind leaks if it's not E3 season.
Okay, so it's like mid-August, and you're like, okay, cool.
Yeah, if something's like blah is leaked early, I'd be like, sweet. But like, I love E3 and the experience of being like, hey, check this out, and everybody's like, woohoo!
It happens every year.
Yeah, I know.
Because of how many
people are
put,
digging.
how many people put together E3, and how many people are like, we'll just tweet this out a little bit, or just whatever. Take a picture of the docket.
Some
or
companies even do that on purpose.
Yeah,
just to
build
get
hype.
a little bit of hype train going for their games before E3, so they're like ready for it. But I like the big reveals.
Yeah. So there's a Donald Trump DLC for Surgeon Simulator.
I saw
So you
that.
can operate. I'm not sure what operations you can do on him, but it
Hair transplant?
is that what it is?
I hope so. I have no idea.
Anyone who's played it, write in to us at dragbarpodcast@gmail.com because we
Yeah.
want to know.
let me know.
let
'cause
us know because that's awesome.
I'm definitely not going to purchase it, but let me know.
I'll watch someone play it on YouTube
Yeah.
probably. Man, I
Good
love
enough for
YouTube.
me.
Yeah. So new Battlefield 1 trailer highlights melee combat,
Nice.
which kind of fits in regard with my prediction a couple weeks ago.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, more melee based.
Yeah, more melee based because I mean I'm sure there's gonna be some kind of
Of course, there's going to be
there's some
gunplay.
it's Battlefield that has
Yeah.
to be, but it's gonna be all bolt action unless you're like a support class and you get automatic weapons, which is such a weird thing to me. I wonder how the medic class is gonna play.
I don't know.
That'll be like
They should just put Mercy from Overwatch in there.
heroes never die, and then like bring your own team. My favorite thing is when heroes never and they just
Yeah.
die mid sentence.
My favorite thing is hearing it's high.
Or justice reigns.
Super good.
Experience except you can't kill Zenyatta when he does it. So Battlefield 1's gonna be awesome. So there's an 8-bit version of The Witness being made, and you can put it in your NES.
Whoa.
So they're actually
really?
making a real cart of The Witness for like NES, which is
That's
gonna be awesome.
awesome.
I'd almost rather play that than play the actual Witness
Yeah.
version.
That just for the experience,
Yeah.
like just to have a new old school NES game. I know they came out with what was it called, like something Kid,
Battle Kid.
Battle
Kid and like the Perilous Fortress. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, and that was like a brand new NES
Yeah.
game, but that would be sweet, man.
Yeah, and I think did they do it with Mega Man? With Mega Man 10 or 9?
They released Mega Man 9 and 10, but I don't think they made carts of them. And
Yeah.
if they did, I think it was like a very limited supply. It was
Yeah,
like the
or it might be like a
250
fan thing or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Next up, so there's more E3 leaks, or sorry, I actually a report that a Skyrim remaster, Evil Within 2, and Wolfenstein 2, and more will be announced at E3.
Cool.
So that's cool. Skyrim remaster kind of caught my eye because that game's not that old. So
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's just a matter of console people who don't have really high-end PCs look at screenshots of modded Skyrim, and they're
Okay.
just like, my 20 frames per second Xbox 360 and 5 frames per second PS3 versions are terrible. So getting to console experience that
yeah,
on their PS4s and Xbox Ones with like the full HD remaster,
Yeah.
that would be great. Plus all the DLC.
it'd just be nice to have the fixed load times too.
yeah,
Or
and
not even fixed, just faster load times.
I mean, I told Tabby she could play. She loves Skyrim. She's almost like
everyone
100%
does.
of that game.
Whoa.
On her PS3, but I told her she could play it on my PC at any time. But then actually last night I was like, "Hey, honey, they might be releasing Skyrim remastered," and she was like, "Yes, please." That was like her response.
Yes,
She
please.
just said, "Yes, please." It was really cute. But
Awesome.
yeah, I'm pumped for it.
Yeah.
I've got it on PC, so I don't need it
Yeah.
with
but-
all the DLCs. So I don't. I
Yeah,
don't need
I'll
it,
get the
but
remaster because it'd be good. I might have mod support, because Fallout
yeah,
4 is
I mean, why
console mod support. So I mean, sure.
Bethesda. So
Bethesda. So next up, XCOM 2 to head to PS4 and Xbox,
nice.
which excites me because I really like the concept of XCOM and the gameplay, but I don't have a PC that can run it. So I'm probably gonna pick this up.
Sure.
at some
Yeah,
point.
XCOM 1 is awesome.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with XCOM is I'm the kind of guy who gets attached to characters, and when they die and you have to start over with a character, I hate that.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm super excited for it. I can totally get that though. A lot of people don't like Fire Emblem for that reason.
Did you ever play Ghost Recon Shadow Wars on the 3DS?
I did not.
It's
I hear it's pretty good though.
It's literally just Fire Emblem with Ghost Recon characters.
Nice.
So it's like with guns and stuff.
Okay.
And every character has their own special weapons and abilities and classes and stuff.
Okay.
But when they die, they're just out for that fight. And then you revive them at the end.
Yeah.
That is in my top 5 3DS games of all time.
Really?
I love that game. You can find it for like $5
I'll
online.
definitely pick it up.
You should, because if you like Fire Emblem, you will love Ghost Recon Shadow Wars.
Yeah.
It is so much fun.
It kind of fits with that genre too. It's
Yeah.
like a tactical shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It's grid-based and everything.
yeah, awesome. So Injustice 2 leaks and confirmed to Xbox and PS4.
Nice.
I
I saw the trailer. Did you see it?
did not.
It's a whole lot of power armor.
Really?
Everybody's wearing a whole lot of like crazy lit up metallic neon power armor, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's
to fight
I guess
Superman.
they're going with more of like a realistic, how can this person take a punch from Superman kind of
instead of
approach.
like the Superman pills that everyone took. It's like, do you tell me Batman's car had Superman pills?
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
mean,
yeah.
like, I do think it's funny that the Joker was just like beating down Superman with a crowbar because he took a super pill. It's like, okay,
And my crowbar took a super pill.
pills.
Yeah,
That makes,
pills here.
That makes Joker viable against Superman.
Pills here.
Pills here.
Pills here. That's my favorite one. I love that. Pills here. Next up, so Overwatch to nerf McCree and buff D.Va in some way. So they're gonna nerf. I think the only thing they're gonna nerf with McCree is what I read, is his fan the hammer stuff.
'Cause Fan the Hammer is basically an insta kill.
It's the best shotgun in the game.
Yeah.
So it's an instant kill for anyone. Does it kill Bastion? You would know.
No, if he's
in
if
one-
he's
in
right
one
next to
burst?
me, and if he hits me with all 6, it's done. I'm done.
Okay, and because I've taken down Reinhardt's with stun grenade, bop, 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 roll, bop, 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 and you can take down. I don't know if you can take down Roadhogs, but you can take down Reinhardt's. And
If you can't take down Roadhogs, it's got to be like
it's got to be close.
he's like right towards the
Yeah,
end,
and you
because that move. While you have to be right next to people for it to be effective, it's still gnarly.
Yeah. So they described it as if you stun a tracer, you're definitely going to kill a tracer with it. So I think they're going to nerf it down to. They're probably going to make the single shots more powerful, where you can still kill someone in 3 shots with the single shots because of the low rate of fire and accuracy and damage drop off over distance. But I think they're probably going to make it where you can still do it, but it's going to do like either 150 or 200 damage.
Yeah.
Where you can still do a lot of damage, but you can't just outright kill a Reinhardt.
Sure, because I mean, it doesn't make sense that a Fan the Hammer revolver does more damage than like 3 up close shots with Reaper's shotguns.
Yeah.
So.
But whatever. I'm still going to play McCree because he's a good counter.
Oh, he's
to
awesome.
But I love his design. But yeah, and they're gonna buff D.Va. They're not. They didn't really. The article I was looking at didn't really quite
I
explain.
really like D.Va, but her main cannon thing is really weak.
That's everyone's complaint. Where they're probably gonna buff the damage or make this spread. If they made the spread tighter, I think that might fix a lot of
I
problems.
mean, even if they kept the damage the same but kept the spread tight,
Yeah.
like that would make D.Va actually appealing to me to play. So
Yeah, because it's like I might as well just use Reinhardt at that distance where her shotguns are useful. But yeah, that'll be interesting, and it makes me excited because I mean, of course, these are gonna happen, but we'll see, some nerfs and buffs in the future. So that'll be cool. Evolving metagame. So following Blizzard's example, players who are cheating on their first offense are being banned from Rainbow Six.
And the Division. I
actually put and Overwatch on accident, and I knew it was one other game. So
It was the Division.
yeah, so
But yeah, which is great because I love that they're cracking down on cheating punks.
my favorite thing is when cheaters lose money.
Yeah, me too. It's
Cheaters never
great because they have to buy it again and then they get banned again. It's
You're like,
so you're $120 in the hole and you can't play. That makes me so happy. Awesome. All right, what's
I'm
next?
glad you're not. Yeah. There's actually gonna be Deus Ex inspired prosthetics for people. They're not like the robot based
Cool.
prosthetics, which if I didn't have an arm would be super cool. And
Yeah,
put
I'd
it
go
on
for
there.
that. I'd be
Be
like, I would like the
yeah.
Deus Ex arm, please.
Yeah, and I saw some screenshots and they're really like shiny and metallic, and so
Cool.
that's really cool. It's a really weird product tie-in, but I guess I can see it. So next up, Adventure Time, Sonic, and Harry Potter DLC for LEGO Dimensions.
Nice.
That is such a weird combo.
Oh, well,
Like
why not?
Adventure Time, Sonic, and Harry Potter. I actually wrote Hardy Potter on accident.
Adventure Sonic. Come on, grab your
Harry Potter.
Potters. Sonic.
Rolling around at the speed of Harry Potter theme.
Yeah.
In there somewhere. Yeah, but that's it for news this week.
Cool.
A lot of decent amount of things.
Good stuff in there.
Yeah.
We're going to roll on into our final boss segment. And this week, Connor suggested we talk about, rather than the opposite, which is what most people talk about, we want to talk about movies we want as games.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is something you don't see as often. You used to see it a lot in
No.
the GameCube and 64 era.
Yeah.
I think actually just GameCube era, we'd see just any movie that came out, you'd probably get some kind of game like Reservoir Dogs and there's a
Yeah,
bunch of
it's
weird,
just like
weird
strange stuff where
games.
you're like, oh, I didn't even think of that as a game.
Yeah, like who thought Reservoir Dogs?
Aaron
like
Brockovich, the game.
the,
So
Resident Evil, the movie, the game. I want to see that where they take like
Starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
where they take like Street Fighter, the movie, the game, and then make a movie based off that.
that would be awesome.
I'd love it.
I'm going to throw one out here, and I
Go.
know you're going to agree with me. John Wick.
I have it on my list too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You could totally do like most of this. I try to think like not the story of the movie, but kind of like a spin-off thing because there's all that backstory.
Yeah, he was assassin forever.
'cause-
Like you don't have to worry about the dog and all that jazz. So.
Yeah, because John Wick has comic book levels of backstory in it for just being a movie, and you could totally do something with that in a video game, where it'd be like you taking jobs for blank or whatever, and it's. I think that.
But it has to be Keanu Reeves.
Has to be Keanu
or else
Reeves.
I'm not playing it.
Or no, it has to be John Wick.
Dude, I can't wait for John Wick 2.
Oh, it's coming out next year. So excited.
You got one?
Yeah, I got one. So Kill Bill by Platinum.
Yeah.
Which would pretty much be,
Dude, the Crazy 88 fight would be amazing.
Yeah, it'd be so cool. And that's one of those where that movie's so much of a video game where you could do, part 1 and part 2
It is
together.
a straight anime in the form of a movie based on video game mechanics.
And you could have an entire level that's anime inspired based off like that flashback sequence.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
yeah.
Alternatively, you could play as each one of the what are they like Vipers? What's the name of the group?
The Deadly something.
Deadly 5 or whatever.
Vipers. I don't know. Yeah,
and they all have like different abilities and whatnot. I think that would be a really interesting idea for a movie.
Yeah.
And that's one of those where it would fit because the whole movie is just a video game or an anime. Yeah. What you get for me, man?
Let's see. I put Nightmare on Elm Street.
Interesting.
They made an NES game, and the game's not bad. If they took that concept and put it into nowadays stuff, basically what the concept of the game would be is that you keep going into various other forms of nightmares.
Yeah.
The different styles of nightmares with Freddy, and he's like hunting you, and you have to like stay alive, and you have to do this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Even if it was like a Telltale game or it was more adventure based, like I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
To the fullest degree.
Just some of the concepts it could come up with.
Yeah, because Freddy can do anything he wants in the dream, so like sky's the limit as far as like level design and stuff, and even boss fight design and concepts and stuff. So
I still need to watch that movie.
Yeah, I showed it to Tabby recently, and she loved it.
Yeah,
she hadn't seen it, and she thought it was amazing. So.
There's a lot of concepts in it that like I've seen the one with
the first Nightmare on Elm Street is a horror movie. Every Nightmare on Elm Street after that is a horror comedy.
I know there's one called The Dream Warriors.
That's number 3, and it's widely considered the best one after the first one. And it's amazing. Okay. It's about these kids who are being haunted by Freddy, and they decide to fight back by doing stuff in their dreams.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
The classic 80s where it's like, oh, we had a good movie, and then we're like, what do we do now? Dream Warriors!
Well, Dream Warriors is amazing. No, it's awesome.
I know.
It's a great movie. So.
But it's such a concept where it's like, we will just do something crazy.
Yep.
All right. I'll throw one out there.
Okay.
So a long time ago, there's one game where it's From Russia with Love, which is based on the Everything or Nothing engine. But I'd like to see like all those old Sean Connery movies. Specifically, I have Goldfinger down, but I would take any of them.
Sure.
But you could do them in like a new style because there's a whole bunch of. I mean, that you could do a lot with those movies.
Just old Bond.
Yeah, or you could just do like an old. You can tie them all together and make like a 007 Legends, but not have it suck.
Yeah.
Which sucks. I'm a huge James Bond fan. If y'all haven't noticed. Yeah.
I had another one here. The Crow.
They did have a Crow game, but I know it's not very good.
No, they didn't. Shh. It was on Sega Saturn, and it was Crow City of Angels, and it was trash. And it wasn't even based on the Eric Draven version of The Crow.
Yeah, no, it's a sequel.
It was no good for anybody. Yeah, the Angry Video Game Nerd has a video on it, and he's just like...
It's like, this game's the worst.
We have this great movie. Want to make a video game about it? No. Oh, there's a crappy sequel? Time to make a video game!
Time to totally redeem it.
So, yeah, if it followed the original story of Eric Draven, where you're like almost Assassin's Creed style hunting like your targets,
yeah,
I think that would be amazing.
I'm not sure how you do like a health system in that.
I mean, there would have to be some semblance of a health system in order to keep it fair.
Yeah.
But at the same time, who cares? Because Eric Draven.
Yeah. Whatever. That'd be a sick concept for I almost said a movie. Of course, it's a sick concept.
Yeah, it's an amazing movie.
But that whole movie plays out like a comic book anyway.
Sure.
So it'd be awesome. That movie has a final boss to it. So
it does.
There you go.
And his name is Top Dollar.
My name is Top Dollar.
That's his actual name in the movie.
Is it really?
Yes.
Is it Top like space dollar?
Top Dollar in the credits. It says blah blah blah, Top Dollar.
That'd be amazing. I love it.
And it's that beefy like super like grizzly voice dude from
Top Dollar.
Yeah, he was amazing.
They call me Top Dollar. I've got I I'll get two more here.
Okay.
Inception. Now, not
That'd
the
be rough.
not the movie, because we go like 4 layers deep or whatever.
Sure.
But basically, the concept of going into a dream world, and you have your objective, like, all right, I gotta plant the seeds of this idea for this dude, like 5 layers deep. But you have all these interesting dream sequences you can do, and
things you have to do in order,
Yeah.
in order for things to work out or something.
and like if you I forget how. If you die in the dream, you die for real, right? If you die in the game, you die for real. I was about to say, like, if you die, you could go back like a one level. I don't know.
Sure.
But like, you could totally do something with that, or like some kind of dream game based on that.
Yeah,
I
man.
think that'd be cool.
Totally. I had Seven, the movie Seven.
Whoa, that'd be okay. I can dig it.
Again, Telltale kind of game.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's in the box?
Just something about like a thriller horror story like that, where you are actively involved in the investigation in the case, and like you have to discover clues and stuff. Maybe not necessarily following the exact story of Seven, but that style.
Okay.
Like the David Fincher, really dark, really disturbing, really messed up. I would love that.
I would love it too. There is that Batman Telltale game coming out.
Yeah,
this
that
summer.
should be fun. That should be
and I
a
heard
lot
an
of fun.
interesting idea somewhere where it was if you didn't play as no one with superpowers, no like Batman or whatever, like the most like famous as you play as Gordon, but you play as like beat cop on the streets, like who lives in this world but doesn't have any powers. And you have to like investigate like crimes and stuff.
That's awesome.
I think that'd be an interesting idea, and that's kind of what you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be a lot of fun.
I got one more here.
Okay.
The Italian Job.
Nice.
Where basically you kind of this with Grand Theft Auto already,
Sure.
but I think it'd be really interesting to set up all these heists where you don't kill anybody, or
where you will fail if you kill, if you kill anybody. Yeah.
Where it's all set up, where it's total. I don't know how you do it, but it's total like, all right, here's the area, and you set it up, and you have all the chances in the world to try it out. Or like in like a program or something where you can run it and then like you actually do it or something where you like blow. Did you see the one with Mark Wahlberg where you like blow out the road and like take the truck and you like steal the stuff?
Yeah.
I think that'd be really interesting if you
where you have to set up the heists to work properly,
and you have multiple heists, and if you fail it, that's it. That's it. You have no second tries. Maybe you have like a redemption thing where it's like.
And then you could do DLC heists, like certain things where that would be dope.
I think that'd be really cool.
My last one is very self-explanatory. Just Braveheart.
All right, just chivalry.
Basically chivalry, but on a much larger scale.
Yeah,
I would love to not Dynasty Warriors style, where you're just swinging and 15 guys go flying, but like realistic, huge old school medieval combat, like field warfare. Would be so cool.
I had an idea. How about instead of you taking control of one soldier, every time you die, you switch over to another.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
Like NBA style.
Yeah,
except
you're just playing as Joe Schmo soldier instead of like the hero.
Yeah, as I can't remember
William
his name.
Wallace.
William Wallace. I was like, it's not Roy Rogers.
It's definitely not Roy Rogers.
That's Liam Neeson.
Liam
Neeson in Braveheart.
But yeah, I think that would be cool.
Braveheart 2, Bravehearter.
Bravehearter. This time it's braver.
This time, Chronicles Reloaded. Braveheart 2, Bravehearter Reloaded. That's a thing.
I'm ready. Awesome.
That.
So that was our final boss segment for this week.
Yeah,
that
was
a
fun.
Really good one.
Yeah, I'm sure we can come up with some more in the future.
Sure. So we're gonna go straight into the free DLC segment, and here I believe Connor's got some trivia for me.
Yeah. Who's the best character? Waluigi. All right, thanks guys for joining us. Just kidding. So I got some questions here.
Sure.
It's kind of set up as like a question. We've done this before. So first question: what is Tails' real name?
Miles. It's Miles Prower.
Yeah, you got it.
For some reason I was like I knew it was per hour, but my mouth kept wanting to say Prowler.
Yeah.
For some reason, but anyway,
it's a weird last name.
Miles per hour.
Yeah, Miles per hour. You get the thing because Sonic runs fastest thing alive. Hey, what was the first game Waluigi appeared in?
Waluigi? Was it Double Dash?
Why? No. Mario Tennis.
Oh, it was Mario. I never played Mario Tennis, so.
Oh, okay.
I'll
That's
take that
fine.
loss.
Why?
Who cares?
I love Waluigi so much. So, what is the first home console to use an analog stick?
The first home console to use an analog stick? I want to say 64.
You are correct.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool.
There you go. All right. So in RE2, you should know this. How many forms does Birkin have? I'll let you count them out.
5.
5 forms. You are correct. Yeah. All right. So in Dark Souls 1, name 3 starting classes.
In Dark Souls 1?
Dark Souls 1 specifically.
Oh, okay. There's Knight. There is Sorcerer.
Okay.
And Pyromancer.
Nice. Can you name one more? I just want to know.
Yeah, Cleric.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Deprived.
Deprived. I thought you do like deprive, like things that sound like deprive, like sorcerer, like
Wanderer.
Wanderer's a good one, and thief. You could probably just name.
Thief.
You could probably just name D&D classes. Be like, sorcerer, warlock, paladin. Yeah, you could probably name 'em. So in Mario World, there's those multicolored Yoshis you can get later in the game. What is the yellow Yoshi's special ability?
Wings.
That's the blue one. I'll give you one more chance.
Oh.
The yellow one.
Dude, I haven't played this game in a while. Yellow. Okay. The blue one has wings?
The blue one has wings.
No, Is it stomping?
It is.
Stomping. Yeah.
Where
Okay.
you stomp and it, like the not mushroom clouds, puff clouds appear.
Oh, yeah. And that's
Yeah.
where, like, you can stomp and the whole screen shakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had trouble remembering. It's like, oh, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
So in this is gonna be a long one, but in Mortal Kombat 1, how do you unlock Reptile?
You have to win every fight all the way to the pit, and then you have to get a double flawless and do a fatality.
Nice. I'll take it. That was it. I don't have an option.
I was gonna say, like,
I don't
take
have
it. I mean,
I don't have an option to take it. It is correct. So next up, question number 8. What is the first game the Master Sword appears in?
Master Sword appears in?
Yes.
Is it Link to the Past?
Yes, you are correct.
Cool.
Nice. I don't know if you get one. So, number 9, name all the power-ups or like weapons in Castlevania. All the pickups you can get.
Which Castlevania?
First one.
Because there's a million of them.
Very first one.
There's knives, axe, knife, axe, cross, holy water.
Yes. There's one more. It's pretty rare. I'm not gonna fault you if you can't get it.
Clock.
Yeah, clock. Yep.
Yeah.
You got it. All right, and last but not least, what is Fox's from Star Fox last name?
McCloud.
Okay. All right.
That was silly.
I don't know. I don't know how much you played Star Fox.
I love me some Star Fox.
Dude,
I've beaten Star Fox 800 million times.
Star original or 64?
Both.
I love them so much.
So
I wish
cool.
Star Fox Zero didn't have weird controls.
That was fun.
I hear it's a good game, but anyway. That was fun.
I want to try it out. I really want to try
I
it
do,
out.
and I hear it has a really high degree of mastery. Like, once you master them, the game makes a whole lot more sense. And
I believe it. It's kind of like Dark Souls,
yeah.
where in the sense that, like, at first you feel like, your fingers just don't work. It's like you're playing a video game with a doorknob. You're like, why isn't it working?
I could.
Cool. Yeah, that was fun. I like trivia / quiz games.
Yeah,
Those are fun.
I need to do it more often because a lot of times you do it.
Yeah,
but,
well, I like doing it too. So
I feel like I can't do good questions. A lot of the
no,
time.
you can totally do that.
I did it. I'm the best.
And with that sentence of words,
I did it.
Affirmation for Connor.
I did it.
That brings us to the end of episode 23.
We did it.
We did.
Aha! Let's see what I.
Yay!
Anyway.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, again, anyone who has been listening this far, thank you guys a lot. That means a lot to us. And any shares and likes that you guys do for us, that really means a lot to us, and it helps us out a lot. So
everyone I see, I'm like, yeah,
keep doing that, man.
we did it.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and I just want to do a real quick shout out to all of our newest followers, subscribers, or whatever you guys.
Yeah,
however you guys
SoundCloud,
find
Twitter.
It. Thank you for giving us your time of the day, because I know a lot of people's time is valuable.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you.
Attention spans are short, mine included. So
and mine.
When you decide to spend your very short attention span on our humble little podcast, we appreciate it. So.
Thank you so much.
Be sure to check out our good friends. All of their links are in our description below. We've got the MultiTap Podcast, great stuff. Flock of Geeks Gaming, also great stuff.
Yeah.
Brendan Dorman, a.k.a. Portarius Music, wrote our theme song.
Yeah.
Fantastic guy. Go ahead and check out Kmall, phenomenal streamer, super cool dude. We had him on the podcast before.
Yeah.
We're going to have him on again eventually.
He's about to start doing YouTube stuff.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
we'll
go check that out.
And
And then Keith the Human.
yes,
check out his
he
stuff.
is a human. I'm going to see him tomorrow.
Named Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Good,
So
good graphic design.
that's all for me, man. What do you got?
Yeah. So if you guys want to send us your favorite wrestling move,
Oh, yeah. Connor, I know what yours is.
what is it?
It's the suplex.
What's my second favorite though?
Is the German suplex.
That wasn't it, but it might
But
be.
it's still correct, isn't it?
Could you guess the other one? I really want to know.
Oh yeah, there was another one.
There's
you
another one I
really
really like.
liked. Is it the power bomb?
It's the power bomb.
Oh, yeah,
that's
power
my
bomb is
favorite. So suplex, anything about suplex, or if you want to like do like sick art of J-Con and Force doing like power bombs to each other, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Speaking of which, really quick side note, there's a video on YouTube of Batista, the guy who plays Drax the Destroyer,
Yeah,
teaching Chris Pratt how to power bomb his wife Anna Faris.
yeah,
And it's amazing. It's
That's-
this funny little YouTube video of just them at their house, and Batista's just like, okay, grab her on the waist, now you're going to lift her up, and blah, blah, blah. And she's so tiny compared to
It's
them.
like,
It's hilarious.
woo!
Anyway,
yeah. But if you guys want to send us, pictures of that, or like, like what you had for lunch, that'd be cool.
you always ask that. Tell us
Do
what
I
you
do
have
that?
for lunch.
What'd you? Yeah, no one's wrote in, so like I gotta know.
It'll stop once you send us a lunch
I will.
picture.
So you gotta do it. And that's about it. Oh yeah, I forgot to say the actual thing. Yeah, if you guys want to send us that stuff, you can send it to dragonpowerpodcast@gmail.com. Hey, what was that, Brian?
That's dragonpowerpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, and if you guys want to follow us on the social medias, which I know I hope a lot of you guys have found us through those, you can find us on Twitter. It's @DragonPowerCast, and on Facebook it's Dragon Power Podcast.
Yep.
And we're
That's it.
I assume you're listening to us on SoundCloud, so I assume you found us there somehow.
For sure. Yeah, we don't get a whole lot of traffic on YouTube, but that's okay because SoundCloud is thriving. So
Yes.
thanks again for listening. We will be back next week with episode 24
Yeah.
of the Dragon Power Podcast featuring me, Brian.
And me, Connor.
Ooh,
I don't know what
you went
accent that
all
was.
Mario with it.
Connor.
like
Yeah.
It was like a weird Mario Arnold Bond villain.
It's me,
I like it.
Connor from Dragon Power.
So we'll see you guys next Monday. Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on the Dragon Power Podcast.